Welcome to Daytime Ottawa here on this chilly Friday in the nation's capital. Thanks so much for joining us here today. We're going to kick off things in the kitchen today and already having a great conversation with our first guest on the show. Just a really unique background and an interesting story how this new business of his came to be. I'm joined by Danny Shaba. He is the owner of Universal Grocer. Welcome to the show.
Thank you very much, Dave.
It's great to have you here, Danny. And I want to tell everybody the story you just told me a little bit about your background.
Well, the background, as I mentioned earlier, I'm from Iraq. I am a graduate of University of Baghdad in psychology. Apparently, it's very hard to practice this in Canada. Mm-hmm. And I think there are lots of people having same issue. So I just have to, adopt to the reality.
Right.
This is a new reality. So I decided to move on. So I found another job which is not related to it as a building manager,
okay,
which I am still.
Yeah.
But then I decided to open a small business in Billingsbridge Mall, which is carry clothing from different countries.
Okay.
Like Africa, Afghanistan, Pakistan, plus Canadian clothing. And when I saw people coming inside from different countries, and they are gathered together buying same item, which is clothing.
Yeah.
And I said, why couldn't we do that with grocery?
And it just shows the multiculturalism that we have right in this city. It's so diverse. It's
in
incredible.
One store.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. So that was the inspiration behind Universal Grocer. You saw, look at all of these people from different countries, mm-hmm. and they want a taste of home here in Canada, right?
Exactly, because you don't feel that joy unless you are in that situation.
Right, right.
I can see people coming inside the store, seeing items they used to eat at their homeland, and you can feel the joy and the happiness there.
Well, you mentioned a Korean woman came into your store and found chips that she hasn't had since she left Korea.
Because we carry those chips from Korea, which I don't think other stores does.
Yeah.
And when she found it, she was like full of joy and jubilation.
Nice, I love it. So let's talk about what you brought along with you today. What have you got with you here today?
Today, I think, as you know, everyone is racing with time.
Yes.
Which time is money.
Absolutely.
And people are trying to enjoy a tasty food, but they don't have time to cook it at home.
Yeah, and I think, people during the pandemic certainly got back to cooking at home, but you're right. With getting back to a sense of normalcy, mm-hmm. maybe mm-hmm. a couple of days a week you don't have time. So this is what you brought along as examples of great food that doesn't take a lot of time to prepare.
And great taste.
Yes.
Yes. So today I brought this type of food that you can prepare in somewhere between 12 to 14 minutes.
Okay.
If you cook that from the scratch, it might take you somewhere between an hour and an hour 20 minutes. So it's less than a fraction of the time.
Right.
So we have my dish called biryani rice.
Okay.
Kebab biryani, sorry. So it's actually a combination of two dishes. Biryani, probably you heard about biryani before.
I'm familiar with the name, but I'm not necessarily sure what it is.
It is rice.
Right.
Right, but mainly made of a specific type of rice.
Okay.
Which is called basmati.
Yes, I know basmati very well, of course. Yeah.
Maybe a lot of your audience heard about it.
Yeah.
So it's contained the biryani plus the kebab, which is another very popular Mediterranean dish, and it's really delicious.
You have an example, don't you?
Of course.
You brought some with you, right? What have you got? Oh, is this the rice dish in here?
That's the rice.
Okay, let me just we can get a little look of that in there.
If you eat it, you're not going to eat a regular rice.
Never again.
Yeah.
That's your guarantee. Danny's Universal Grocer guarantee, everybody. So what from what places around the world do you have food at Universal Grocer?
Over 25 countries.
Really?
Yes. And we try to bring even more.
Is it hard to source?
No.
No?
No, not really.
Well, you're a good businessman. I mean, I'm not a businessman. That's why I ask these questions. That's why I bring people like yourself on.
It is hard work, but you want to make it, you can make it.
Yeah.
Yes. So we're planning to bring even more to the store.
Excellent.
Yes, because today, if someone, let's say an African person, he wants to get something from his homeland to
Right.
enjoy it, he has to travel, what, half hour to get to an African store to get something he likes. Mm-hmm. Something with the Chinese. They have to go to Chinatown to get what they need.
Right.
And so on, right?
Well, yeah, and that brings me to your location, right? You chose this location specifically because it's, I mean, you know, downtown.
It's
location
downtown.
is great.
Everybody
And you
goes
felt
downtown.
something was missing down there, right?
It is a grocery store that you have all these high-rise buildings. They don't want to travel half hour during the Christmas time. You know how people rush.
Yeah.
So having something right there, few hundred feet from them, I thought it's a unique idea.
Where are you located exactly?
It's, you know, I think your audience probably know, you probably know the Home Hardware in
Of
downtown
course, yeah.
on George Street.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's at 140 George Street. So it used to be Home Hardware, now we are there.
I see.
Universal Grocery is there, providing all these type of food, ethnic food, that people missing in other stores.
Yeah, and you have a big grand opening coming up, right, on November 26th?
On the 26th, we're going to have a grand opening. We will give some samples to people from our food, and we welcome anyone to come and take a look and enjoy whatever is in there, and it's very affordable prices.
Is this a family business, Danny?
It is.
Yeah.
It is, yes. But I don't know what the future hiding for us. It could be another. I already been asked many times, are you planning to open other location?
Really?
Yeah, I said, well,
Let's just, you know, take your time.
Yeah,
Let's start with
take
this
your
one. Well,
time.
and you have two other businesses, right? Because you mentioned building manager and plus the boutique at
That's right.
Billings Bridge.
That's
What's the
right.
name of the boutique at Billings Bridge?
it's a dream boutique.
Dream Boutique. Okay, I'm
Yeah.
going to check
It's
it out.
across from
Should we do a
Alamo
little
Coco.
taste test before we run out of time here?
Of course, you're going to do a taste, but I want to just explain to the audience how it works.
You have to do that in 60 seconds.
Okay. No. So you have the rice here.
Yeah.
You can buy it from our own store. Imagine this is already cooked. All you need, put it in your dish, and then put it in the microwave for 3 minutes only.
And you can do stovetop with it as well,
You
right?
can do
or
stuff,
microwave?
of course.
Are you going to take something out? Do you have something in there for me to try?
That's we'll find out later.
Well, I have 30 seconds.
30 seconds.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let me see. What do you got in here? What are you hiding? Oh,
A magic.
look at that. Through the magic of television. And again, this took you, what, 5 minutes to prepare?
Around 5 to 6
Around 5 minutes. Again, the big grand opening is coming up on November the 26th. So go down. There's going to be some free samples available. You could meet Danny and the rest of the staff down there. Just a great place and a perfect location in downtown Ottawa. We'll be back with more.